I was asked recently the question, what keeps me up at night, or what do I worry about most? And that continues to be our debt issues and how we're going to solve those. Now, we've reached 100% of debt to GDP at the federal level, and that's a very, very important benchmark. If you look at most of the research and economic white papers, specifically recent reports show that once you get to that 100% debt to GDP, it becomes a very large drag on the economy. And we're starting to see that. Our recovery from this last recession has been anemic. Our GDP growth is also anemic. And the recovery in baseline employment is way behind what we've seen in past recessions, which is all an indication that this recovery is different than the last. And we believe one of the reasons for that is our high debt levels, which is creating uncertainty and a lot of conservative posturing amongst small and medium businesses. With all of that said, how we solve this moving forward is going to have a very large impact on real estate. It's going to have a very large impact on job formation and overall confidence in our economy, which is what we need really to get this recovery going and bring unemployment back down to the 5 or 6% range where we need to be. One of the concerns with how we plan on solving this is sort of, as a country, where are we headed? A new Pew report just came out where they polled about 10,000 Americans, I believe was the number, and for the first time, our 18 to 30-year-olds believe that socialism is a better system than capitalism. And we seem to be trending that way amongst not only most of our politicians actually now, right? But also a greater portion of our populace believe that socialism is the solution. That really worries me. We've had 4 or 5 attempts in the modern era at socialism, and they all failed miserably. The few socialist countries that we still have are very, very poor. They are not productive. They have very, very low GDP growth, and their average citizen does not see a very high standard of living. So if we look at all the modern eras of examples of socialism that have failed or continue to fail, that's a bad direction for us to head. I think one of the strengths of our country has always been capitalism, will continue to be so, and we really need to focus on solutions that have always made us successful, and I think will continue to do so. I hope our focus continues to be on how do we strengthen our economy through the foundations of not only capitalism, but also focusing on how do we make our small and medium-sized businesses, who have always created the most jobs, how do we give them confidence, give them stability, let them know that they've got a government and overall system that's going to support them so they can start hiring and investing again.